Hey guys, so I just figured out kind of a new method for this. If you take a look at my PCG graph, it's a pretty simple graph. It's just world ray hit. It just checks world static, and if it has the tag, it will generate a hit. And so then you have two surface samplers here. I have this one for all my trees and kind of unique stuff. You could get more in depth than what I have here. I do transform the points just a little bit so that the trees are a little bit different size. I put a little bit of rotation on X and Y so that some of the trees will lean a little bit, and then they can rotate 360 so that they're not all facing the same direction all the time. It's really the only difference from any PCG tutorial you probably would find. And the second one I have is just for the grass. So you change the extents, you bring down the extents and bring up the number of points, so that way you can have more dense grass. You could bring this up and this down to get even denser grass. Again, I just set a scale, and then I spawn a couple different types of grass just for a little more variety. So on the chunk, you add in a PCG component and set that graph here, and then you want to make sure that your chunk itself has a tag set for world, like we have it checking for here. Another thing I did was I just changed the material to Megascan material, so it looks a little better. You can kind of set that however you want. You also want to make sure your procedural mesh collision is set to world static so that it detects those hits. That's pretty much it for a simple setup. I'll show you what it looks like here. When you hit play, each of these chunks are their own grid. So it spawns in everything, and it's super fast. Previously I was using a single volume, but the larger the volume, the longer it takes to compute. So since these chunks are small, it generates like instantly. As you can see, we can keep going. And the best part about this setup is we can actually change on the chunks, PCG. We can set up some properties, if I can figure out where it is. Basically, in the future, we can set up a seed so that based on the seed, it'll spawn different biomes and stuff. So it's a really great setup already. It runs super fast, and you can change everything to your liking. Like, I could go in here. We'll just go to here. I set the weight. We'll bump that weight up. For this is just for those trees that you saw. So we'll save that. Hit play. And now you can see it's more dense. More trees in the forest. And you can do this for whatever you want. I'd love to see what you guys come up with using this method.